Hey guys, and welcome to the first James and Stuart Podcast. And today we are joined by Raz, who is the new coordinator of Warwick Rocket League.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. We're good. So what we're going to talk about today, anyway, is just how you got into the game and what you're going to do as coordinator. And then we're talking about an exciting event brought to you by Warwick, which is eFest. But we'll talk about that in detail later. So anyway, what we want to know is, how did you get into Rocket League?
All right, so a couple of years ago, I got a Steam gift voucher for like £20. I didn't have a PC then, so I thought I'll just stick it into I'll make a Steam account, buy something with it, and just have it there. So when I do make a PC, I'll have something to play immediately. Because a lot of people, when you build a PC, you'll find that you spend all your money on the PC and nothing for games.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Expensive.
So, it's a very expensive thing. So I did that, and then over the summer after year 13 A-levels, so last summer,
yeah,
I built my PC, downloaded Rocket League, and started playing just under a year ago.
So when you joined the Rocket League server at the start of this year, you actually hadn't had the game for that long then?
No,
I had playing it anyway.
I'd been playing it for about 2 months.
That's pretty ridiculous, to be fair. Because I swear you were like low champ, maybe?
I was champ 1, I believe.
It's pretty ridiculous, not gonna lie. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, so obviously you only built your PC over summer.
Yes.
Did you have any sort of gaming experience before that on console?
I had a PS4.
Okay.
Very nice.
I didn't play Rocket League on that. I think I got about 3 hours on it. What did I play? GTA? The classic?
GTA, yeah.
Bit of FIFA.
Any like Call of Duty or like whatever?
No.
That's on Xbox though, isn't it? So yeah.
It's on PS4 as well, I'm sure.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I think so.
Yeah. I just didn't play it.
I actually had no idea you were so like fresh on the Rocket League scene when you joined. I thought you'd had it for like.
I assumed there was 2 years of experience there.
If you're like,
yeah, I've nearly reached 1,000 hours in the last year. So
to be fair, that's like us. I think.
Yeah.
We've been dropping hours like crazy, even without doing NSC and anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, what we want to talk about now is like when you became coordinator. What made you want to do that? When did you decide like I want to be the coordinator?
Okay, so me joining uni was a bit of experience, and what I thought was when I'm at uni, I'm just going to do things that put me out of my comfort zone. So I didn't really run for things like that. And I figured, I might as well run for something. But Henry seemed like he was going to continue, and I thought he's doing a good job. I'm not gonna challenge him for it. But then when he got social circ, he wasn't allowed to keep Rocket League anymore. So I thought, this is my chance. I might as well run for something. Ran for it. Didn't really have many hopes. I knew that it was either me or Tim, and either of us would have been.
I think both of you were good choices.
Yeah, I think like if Tim got it, we'd still be doing really great.
Yeah,
I'm sure anyone else that would have run for it would have done a really good job.
To be fair, I think quite a few people were interested. I mean,
yeah, there was a little channel about all the people that were interested in it, and there were about 5 or 6. Not everyone ran.
I thought a few of the others might have been. Yeah, I was actually surprised to see only 2 names because I thought
me too.
A few people who could have easily been there.
I'm just assuming that my work will be cut out for me once the new term starts next year.
It's the more competitive stuff, I guess, where it really is down to you.
Definitely.
What we want to know with like the competitive stuff is, are you going to keep it the same kind of way that Henry did? Bring in the better players, say Walden, or maybe and then pick the team.
Yeah. So one of the big things I had was the issue of me not being a very high rank. So what that does mean is that I'll have to bring in people from higher ranks to be able to judge who's better at the very higher levels. But also when it comes to the lower levels, so like the mid champ range, when you got the mid or low champ range where everyone else, at that point it's more about teamwork and chemistry than outright skill.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I can give more of an input on that, because we saw last year last season,
and the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, the 5th team dominated. They thrashed the 4th team. I think they beat the 3rd team as well a couple times.
Jesus.
They did a lot better. And now just because they played well together, even if they weren't as mechanically able as the 3rd team, for example.
Yeah. That's impressive, to be fair.
That is very impressive.
Yeah.
But this year, you go.
Okay, so obviously, your role as coordinator, you have to help pick the teams, and you have some people that can do that. Is there anything sort of behind the scenes that people wouldn't realise that you do just off the bat?
It's more about keeping people happy because every time you set teams, you gotta label them as team A, B, C, and D and E, even if there isn't much of a difference. So I know for season 1, the 4th team and the 5th team, there was like next to no difference between us.
Yeah, we were close.
We were very close. Yeah,
there was a 4th, and he called them Team 2-1 and Team 2-2, didn't he? Or something like that.
Yes, he did pretty much. Yeah, so he did that, and it's just that kind of labeling can upset some people.
Yeah.
And also,
and also, season 1, Stuart, you were a lot better than the others in the team.
Rinse, James.
No, I'm just saying, like mechanically you were a lot better, but because you and James are quite close, Henry decided to put you two together just because you'd have a bit of a laugh on it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Fun. I would recommend it, to be fair. Just as a laugh, or you can do it seriously if you want to like really push on.
If that's your thing.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
We still improved a lot, even though
we were so much better.
Exactly. So it's just about making sure that everyone's happy, and then if you've got some people that don't work well as some other people, you got to make sure that.
Yeah, I had that issue with the second team in term 1. Henry said.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually. So
they just weren't communicating, and obviously they were really good, but they could have been in the National League and stuff.
Yeah. Yes, and also the changes that happened. So Henry put himself down. We say Henry put himself down in the second team. We don't know that. But yeah, so Ken went up to the first team, and they've done really well as well.
Ken's a very good player, I think, from what I've seen.
And it's just about balancing everything. So you've got everyone happy, but you've also got the best teams you can get.
Yeah, you want to win the whole thing. Like,
Exactly.
I think realistically, Warwick, we have a chance with a good a couple of freshers to really have a ridiculously good team next year.
Yeah, there's always a chance. We've got Warden that came in, and he's like an absolute god. And so we're all hoping for a few more Wardens.
That's true. And in terms of like competitive teams, how many do you think are we allowed to enter, or are we going to enter?
I believe there's no limits.
Because I feel like we could imagine like 10 Warwick teams just taking up the whole of NSE.
I mean, it could end up that way. You could have, because we had 4 last time, but the first time round, and we had 5 the second time round.
Definitely could have put more out potentially.
Other teams, they only had like an A team, and some a B team, and 1 or 2 had a C team, and we went all the way down to E. It just shows that even if we get everyone, a lot of people coming in, we can still organise it and hopefully get as many teams as possible.
Because it would suck. Server.
Yeah, it would suck to have people want to play in NSC but then not be able to because we've got a team limit.
Yeah, that's true. That would be a shame, but you never know. They might.
Yeah. So with obviously the last couple of years, we've had a lot of new freshers join the server, and we're probably going to expect that to happen again next year. Do you have you got any sort of ideas on how you can make sure they're involved, especially if they're sort of like a lower rank than they might not want to play in NSC and whatnot?
Yeah, so there's absolutely no like pressure to play in NSC. It's always been an opt-in thing. And we've also got other things going on like the ladder, so that's just anyone can play.
True. The ladder's actually a really good idea.
You two have opted out of it for some reason, but
you never know.
Fair enough. Yeah, you never know.
We're content creators now. I mean,
you are content creators.
That's the idea.
As soon as this goes out, you might get a role. Yeah.
You never know. Can't wait. Because there's such a big server, and it's hard to.
And it's everyone. It's a very active server.
Yeah, there's like a core of active people, but then there's also a lot of people who aren't, and maybe the lower rank players aren't as active, I'd say. It's like the champ players who are kind of active.
Yeah, and so one of the things I was thinking of was just having like mini tournaments every now and then. Of course, now everyone's got exams, so you can't really do much.
On stream, ? You never know.
On stream, of course. I'm going to try and get more Rocket League stuff on stream, because we do get quite fun things. I think yesterday I was playing with Max and Callum, and we spent a whole game just laughing because of something Max said.
Yeah, just those ones.
Yeah, just those.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
So one of the ideas Henry and I had, because we were talking about this beforehand, before I even got into a coordinator role, was just to have like a little tournament for freshers when they come in. So
like an early few weeks tournament.
An early first few weeks tournament, hopefully before NSC starts as well. And it will just give us a rough idea of who we have, who could be in a better role, and that would also help us get the groups in for tryouts in the end.
Yeah, true. Actually, that's actually a really good way of like gauging who's like the best.
Exactly, because the main issue is that you need to have groups at the beginning. Because if you have 30 people, and you want to put them into teams of 3, then you're going to have to do a lot of tryout.
That's like, it's really just so many people for a Rocket League.
Obviously, the freshers, you won't know how good they are, but some of the people that are already here, you'll already have an idea of sort of what sort of area they'll be looking at.
And you don't want to be biased to just picking the people that have already been here, because you want to get
this player is solid.
Exactly.
But I guess it's a tough one, definitely. Like, how are you going to do that? But I'm sure you'll get to it.
Yeah. So obviously,
you've got a whole summer to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, the freshers that come in, they'll also be sort of a spectrum of abilities.
Yes.
Have you sort of got any ideas on how you can? Because obviously, it can be quite daunting, I imagine, if you come in at a lower rank and you're thrust into a tournament with people that could be sort of
like casual games of high level, which is kind of scary.
Our casual games at high level.
Well,
but
champ.
That's true. Yeah. So it was more of like a casual tournament, but it doesn't even have to be a tournament. You could just get games going on. So before exams, I was in like every other day saying, "At a player, anyone want to play?"
It's true.
It really is true. And it's just the idea of getting people to play, get comfortable first, and if you want to go into a tournament, then you can always go into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hopefully be around, just talking to the freshers and seeing what they're like, seeing what interests they've got, because we are always trying to like change the server a bit and make it better for everyone.
Yeah. What kind of changes would you like to introduce? Would you introduce like more socials, like different kinds of socials? Because we've had pub and we've had RLCS and we've had spelling bee.
Yes.
But would you want to see more of those like random kind of quirky socials?
Yeah, so I've just come out and met you two when you were revising just to say hi.
That is true.
And like that's the kind of stuff I'd like to be doing, just really quick socials. Like, a few of us are here, if you want to come join us. It doesn't have to be a really well thought out event.
Yeah, it's more of like a casual, like, oh yeah,
exactly.
I know these people from Rocket League quite well. Why not just go and talk to them for a bit?
Exactly.
Because you've got to say, esports is kind of a lot of people are quite introverted and wouldn't come to a drinking social, especially. We know that.
Yeah.
Like, spelling bee got much more demand than like
drinks.
Our school day social.
Yes.
Yeah, like an intellectual social.
Yeah, just something more like chill and like fun. When you're a bit bored, would be like awesome.
Yeah, it's just sort of something different, I think. You'd expect.
Yeah, obviously we're gonna have to look at what people are interested in and that kind of stuff, because you don't want to have, I don't know, you don't want to have another spelling bee social if now no one's interested.
We want to bring it back, but only next year. Like,
definitely, yeah.
Maybe like term 2 next year. Just have the annual spelling bee. Yes. Maybe not in exams, because although it was awesome, like it would be better if I had more time to
actually get the words and
really work on it. Yeah, I only spent like half an hour on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was pretty well done for like half an hour of planning. It was pretty well done in general, yeah. We had a few people walk past and stare into her.
The amount of notebooks that you can receive. Never had so many. With a big spelling bee logo behind me and then sunglasses on.
Yeah, that was a fun thing.
Anyway, do you want to talk about eFest, I guess?
Yeah, so what eFest is, I joined the exec group quite late, and eFest was already like very in the works.
Yeah.
What it is basically, it's just a really big LAN, inspired by the summer LAN that we do with CompZog.
Oh, yeah.
And inspired by NSC weekend, actually. And so it's just going to be It's going to be an academic event, but also no, as in not an academic event, a gaming event. So normal, a basic LAN, but we've also got a 100-hour stream in the back of it for charity.
Special effects, if I'm not wrong. Yes.
Yes, I believe. I may be wrong. These are just the details I've gotten from the EE Fest.
Yeah, I've only heard a few things here and there from like Henry or you or whatever. But so it's from the 12th till the 17th.
Yes, it is.
And it's all day.
It's all day, so from midnight to midnight.
Yeah, that's a long event.
And so what we're doing for Rocket League is on Sunday at 9, I believe it is. We're going to host a mini tournament to be on stream. You guys can come in and stream as people that can cast. We've also got a few other people. We've got guests.
You never know. We'll try and.
Got guest talks coming in as well. We've got a few.
What we're going to say about the guest talkers, so you've got staff from XL.
I believe, yes.
You've got sports journalists. You've got NSE members.
We've also got a few other people that have popped up on messaged us and said, "Oh, they're interested." We haven't confirmed that.
Oh, that's quite cool.
We haven't confirmed yet.
Yeah, so they're going to give talks, I guess, and
definitely, yeah.
Just if you're interested.
The main idea is that if you had just said the word esports or talked about it 5 years ago, people would have no idea what you're on about.
That's true.
Because it's a very quickly growing, just a whole range of things. Normal competitive gaming on the whole is quite new.
Yeah. At
this scale, at least. And now we've got we're renting out stadiums to do it in, and that kind of stuff. And it's a new and upcoming thing, and it's quite exciting.
Yeah, and definitely it can grow even more, so much more. And
we've got people from everywhere doing, just giving their views on it as well.
Yeah, because everyone plays games. I mean, I'd say a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people.
There'll be people who aren't in esports society or even know about esports society that play games.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
There's probably a Grand Champ Rocket League player out there at the uni. Just sitting in their room playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't know.
Having no idea that there's an esports society.
Yeah.
Which is something that we don't want happening next year because we need Grand Champ.
Yeah, we're going to advertise it. I think Henry did a very good job of advertising the server this year.
He did do, and that's why the server is the server is insane.
It's just massive for a Rocket League server because Rocket League isn't the biggest esport, and it's got 60 odd people in.
Yeah, so if you're going to Twitch right now, there'll be many people streaming Rocket League compared to other things. So
yeah, Rocket League doesn't bring in the same kind of views as some of the other esports, the battle royales, but it definitely is getting more exposure, I'd say.
Yeah, so I'm on the front page for Twitch right now. You've got League of Legends with 165,000,
obviously.
Fortnite with 117,000, and I've got to scroll down for Rocket League.
It's a shame because it's such a good esport.
2.6 thousand.
Yeah, it's not that many compared, but still,
So it's a very fun game, mainly because you've got pure control over everything apart from maybe demos. So after you get demoed, you don't know if you're spawning on the left and the right, but everything else it's utterly in your control.
Yeah, if you practice, you'll get better.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no randomness.
And it's not the game's changing a lot as well. So I know Fortnite, you got different guns coming in that changes the meta. You got building.
Yeah, true. Constantly changing the game, aren't they? The map, everything.
That's got its own charm. So you've always got to adapt.
Yeah, that's nice, but also at the same time, you've got Rocket League, which is always going to be Rocket League.
It's always going to be Rocket League.
Epic do something incredibly dramatic, which I don't think they will. But
you never know.
You never know. Yeah.
I do think Epic taking up Rocket League has got potential to be quite good, but also potential to be quite bad. So they could boost it up and give RSCS a bit more attention.
Yeah, we were thinking in terms of prize pools.
Yes.
More in Rocket League, but even down at our level of just a uni esports, would you hope to see more prize pools for our in-house tournaments, or just hopefully get something out of the society?
Yeah, so right now the whole society recognises Rocket League as a big growing server, and so we've managed to get some prizes actually for our ladders.
That is actually very impressive because it's just a little fun thing, and
and we've got about. It won't be a massive thing, but it will be a little prize for this season's ladder.
When do we get to find out what they are?
Not sure yet.
It's a mystery.
Unconfirmed.
It isn't. Is
it out of date marshmallow fluff? Because we can bring that to the table.
Wait, so the marshmallow fluff you gave Warden was out of date?
Yeah. I wanted to get first team, so I was going to poison him, but
I didn't know that.
It didn't work, clearly.
It's too good.
Just made him stronger. Didn't really work.
Yeah, shame.
It's just too good. So with the obviously eFest is such a big event. Is there any sort of competition going on in there or not?
Yeah, so on Thursday, on the Sunday at 9, we've got a Rocket League tournament going on, a little competition there.
Okay, so is there a tournament for each sort of branch of esports then?
Yes. So,
but will there be Rocket League on like every day? You could just turn up and.
I believe there would be. I'm not fully sure.
I'm assuming it's just like PCs.
Yeah, there'll just be PCs around because it's a LAN.
You can just go chill, play some Rocket League, I guess, or whatever game you want to play.
Yeah, exactly. I guess obviously it is multiple days long. Obviously, no one's going to come for the whole thing, but you can just turn up and leave as you. Yeah,
you turn up and leave as you want. Once you've had your weekly taste of social interaction, you can
go back to your bedroom.
I'd be doing
back and play in the dark.
I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes just gotta sit in your bedroom. Can't argue with that. Anyway, with like Rocket League as a growing esport and as our server is growing, do you have any like plans to expose like our server even more at like Warwick? Because I know the exec are aware of our server more so.
They are aware of our server more so now.
Especially with all the pinging that may or may not go on in the server.
No, they don't like the pinging, but it's not because they don't like being pinged. It's just because our server is so much more active than everyone else.
To be fair, the other servers look quite dead. Not gonna lie, just from the surface.
I'm in a couple of them, and not too much happens as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Not on the surface.
Certainly compared to Rocket League, anyway. There's a lot.
Yeah, so you've got all the servers are different, but our one is a lot more active, and that's what we're trying to push for more Warwick Esports Twitch time for us, and maybe some.
So does our server being more sort of active and more involved, does that sort of have any implications on maybe funding for Rocket League or more support or anything?
That will hopefully more support. We are getting, as I said, we're getting some more prizes for our ladder, which wouldn't have happened because I know the T22T tournament, the prizes for that I believe came out of Henry's pocket, or at least somewhat out of Henry's pocket.
Oh, right.
So if we do host something soon, maybe we get those subsidized.
Yeah.
And so that's something we can look at. In terms of funding and other kinds of support, I'm not sure yet. We'll just have to see.
Fair enough. We do want to do one of these with the exec at some point to really talk about like how society as a whole works.
I know. I'm sure Jack will be looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, we're just here to talk about Rocket League.
It's on the short list.
We'll let him know at some point.
Don't give away all your cards.
No, we've got a lot of cards.
Very
hopefully,
close to our chests.
Keep some mystery in there.
I guess that's more or less all we want to talk about for Rocket League and like eFest. But obviously eFest is on soon.
Very
8 days. I want to say 8 days.
I think you'd be about right.
Is it 8 days? Oh no, my exam's in 7 days then. I finished my exam the day before eFest starts.
Mine's in 3 days, so here we are recording podcasts.
Best of luck.
But also, what do you do outside of Rocket League? You know, like
what do I do outside of Rocket League?
Yeah, you're a Chelsea fan. We know that.
I am a Chelsea fan. I went to watch the Europa League final and screamed at some Arsenal fans.
That was a social that could have been a thing. I mean, it's hard for us to turn up to those because of the bus and stuff.
Yes, but having a bit more planning would have been quite fun.
We can definitely turn it into something next year.
We can easily turn it into some stuff, just watch some games.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people in the server that would be down just for a casual watching the football
chill,
or any other
pint
sport
if you want a pint.
Because as soon as you get like a group going, it doesn't even have to be whether or not you're enjoying football.
Exactly.
You don't have to be like a die-hard supporter of a club. You could be a neutral supporter and just enjoy it with some friends.
If you like football, or if you like another sport, or if you like anything else,
Yeah,
like,
the cricket World Cup's on.
that is on. Yeah,
It is
England losing to Pakistan and then beating someone else, I believe.
South Africa? I don't know.
That's the one. Yeah,
That is the one.
that is going on. Yeah, but we
So-
could definitely get more socials out of
Definitely.
big football games potentially, and just fusion
And
bar.
with freshers coming in, you can have a bigger mix of people that are on campus than off campus.
True, there should be.
Because right now there aren't many people off.
Yeah,
enjoying
next year there's going to be
myself.
more people in Canley or even Lem.
Yeah.
Mostly Canley, I think.
So
based
I'm
on
in
what
Lem
I've heard.
next year.
You're in Lem, but I
I'm
think
near you guys.
yeah, a lot of people are in Canley.
Yeah, so a lot of
Sit
people are
near
on
each
campus.
other.
You do a bit more of that stuff.
We can
Because you're
definitely-
gonna have to leave to do some things. If you need to get into campus, you've got to leave your house and walk a decent bit.
You also have to
So-
stay on campus at some times, just
Yeah.
to like. That's perfect time for a little quick meetup, you know,
Exactly.
Yeah,
study meetup.
definitely.
Quotation marks study.
Hey, we were studying.
I'm teaching you Bengali, but okay.
That was my.
Yeah.
I do
Mm.
Bengali. That's my degree.
Anyway, is that more or less everything we
Yeah.
want to talk about? Unless you've got any other questions, James.
I don't. I think that just about wraps it up.
Thank you very much for coming on, Raz.
Thank
because
you.
This is our first try, our first time, so
Yeah.
we're a little bit
First time
scared.
we've
But
Virginity is gone.
hopefully that was all right,
Can you do
and
that on your podcast?
the 4 people that do watch enjoy it
Yeah, I
a little.
look forward to
least
seeing you at.
Watch the
at
first
EFest.
minute.
I will be watching.
We'll
this
hopefully
as well.
see you soon at EFest, if not at RLCS.
Of course.
Well,
Yes.
thank you very much,
Thank you.
and
See you later.
thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, first team. Henry here. Can I come back?